What happens after a default judgment for debt? Imagine waking up one day and finding out a court has ruled against you in a debt case. You might wonder what that really means for your money and your future. When a court issues a default judgment for debt, it means the creditor has won because you didn't respond to the lawsuit or show up in court. This legal decision confirms that you owe the debt, and now the creditor can start collecting it using court-approved methods. Once the judgment is in place, the court treats all the facts in the creditor's complaint as true, even if you disagree. The judgment will specify the amount you owe, which can include the original debt, interest, late fees, and court costs. This amount can be quite significant, especially if interest and fees have added up over time. The default judgment will also show up on your credit report for up to 7 years. This can seriously hurt your credit score and make it harder to get loans, credit cards, or even rent an apartment. It's a big hit to your financial reputation. With the judgment in hand, the creditor can take legal steps to collect the money. They might ask the court to garnish your wages, which means a part of your paycheck is taken directly to pay the debt. They can also freeze and seize funds from your bank accounts through bank levies. If you own property, they might place a lien on your real estate, which could lead to a forced sale at a sheriff's auction if you don't pay. Sometimes, they can even seize personal property or other assets you own. The creditor may send you questions under oath, called interrogatories, to find out what assets you have. They might also ask banks or your employer for information about your money or property. This helps them figure out the best way to collect. Default judgments usually last from 10 to 20 years, depending on your state's laws. They can often be renewed, meaning the creditor can keep trying to collect for decades. If you believe the judgment was unfair or made in error, you might be able to ask the court to set it aside. You'll need a valid reason, like not being properly served or mistaken identity, and you usually have a limited time, often 30 to 60 days, to do this. Even after a judgment, you can sometimes negotiate a settlement with the creditor. Paying less than the full amount might stop collection efforts and remove liens once paid. Always get any settlement agreement in writing and keep proof of your payments. Avoid common mistakes like ignoring the lawsuit or not responding on time. Missing deadlines can lead to a default judgment that's hard to undo. Not attending court hearings or failing to file motions to challenge the judgment can also make things worse. Remember, not addressing the judgment can damage your credit for years and lead to ongoing collection actions. The best way to handle this situation is to respond quickly to any legal notices, seek legal advice if possible, and understand your rights. Acting early can help you avoid severe financial and legal problems down the line.